Hey everyone, this is AJ here. What I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to be reviewing this carburetor that I got from Amazon that fits on my Troy Bilt TB32EC weed eater. And I've been having trouble with the carburetor this year. Couldn't get it working right, so I decided to just go ahead and replace the carburetor. Got this one off of Amazon for about 15-16 bucks. Comes with all the tubing and everything to be able to replace your gas lines, carburetor, and filters for your gas lines. Also, new spark plug. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace these to see how this works. If it works out good, let y'all know if this cheap Amazon carburetor will actually function right. Hopefully it will. I mean, the whole weed eater is about 100 bucks at Lowe's, and the carburetor kit is about $15 from Amazon. So we'll see how this goes, and hopefully it'll work. Okay, now I've never changed out one of these carburetors before, so let's see how this goes. I'm gonna want to take the air intake off. Long screws for out, and the whole thing comes off relatively easy. And your whole carburetor nozzle is just held on by those two screws. Let's see what's holding the plastic piece on. Tell you what, to make it a little easier, I'm just going to go ahead and cut these fuel lines because we're going to replace those anyways. Let's see what we got here. How's that going to come off there? Oh, just pops right off. Just as easy as it can be. Look at there. So, make sure you remember which way your carburetor is turned. Now let's take and go ahead and take these fuel lines out. Now with fuel lines too, easier if you have some needle nose pliers to get down in there and be able to pull these out. Cut that off right there and pull the whole thing out. Okay, I had a little trouble with getting the fuel lines in. Ended up having to drill out these inlet holes to 3/16 to be able to get the hose through there. Make sure you don't drill it too much bigger than the hose, because if you do, the hose will be sloppy and you'll get fuel that'll come out through there. So just be careful not to over drill your holes if you have to do that. And make sure you leave your line long enough to be able to go all the way into the fuel tank and put your fuel filter on. Alright, I guess we're to the point of putting the carburetor back on. So I'm not going to cut my fuel lines to length yet. It's lined up on there. Make sure to put both of them on there, one on each side. And let's see how's the best way to do this. Probably go ahead and put the top one in like that. Try to put it in there first. There we go. Let's take our bottom one and put it in there. Make sure your gaskets are all still lined up. Alright. Go ahead and screw these on just a little bit. Don't tighten them all the way down yet, because you want to check everything before you do that. Okay. Put this back on so I don't spill any more gas. Alright, make sure you connect your line to your trigger. Just like that. Now it's looking really nice. And it's good to have your old ones on here too, to be able your old fuel lines, to be able to remember which one goes in which side. Alrighty, let's see. That looks good. Let's go ahead and tighten it down. And you want to try to tighten them evenly. You don't want one tighter than the other. Okay. Now looks nice. Make sure, see if we can get some fuel to the bulb. Very nice. Fuel to the bulb. Okay, well, while we're at it, let's go ahead and change out the spark plug. Since we have it, might as well go ahead and do it. So that spark plug doesn't look bad. I'd probably keep it just to have it. Which are those the same? Those don't look like the same. So the threads on these are not the same. This is a bigger, yeah. So the one that came in the package with the carburetor is not the correct one for this type of weed eater. Well, throw that back in there and we'll put the old one back in. Old one don't look bad anyways, so that's good. I'll put this old one back in there. See how it works. Now your carburetor probably will need adjusting. You'll have to adjust it according to your altitude. And what's good about this kit too is it comes with the little adjustment wrench to be able to adjust your carburetor. So let's see if this thing fires up. Oh yeah, first shot. Perfect. say that worked pretty good. Okay everyone, my overall review of this little carburetor kit from Amazon, I give it probably about 4, because it was a kit. I was supposed to have the correct size hoses and the correct spark plug, but neither one of those was correct sizes. I ended up having to drill the holes out in my fuel tank to be able to fit the hoses down there, and I could not use the spark plug at all, so I ended up having to reuse my old spark plug. The reason I bought that kit was because it had everything in it, but since I couldn't use all of it, yeah, well, but the carburetor itself worked really well. I'm very pleased with the carburetor. Hope that will last me several years. For $15, yeah, I think it's good deal on it. Saves you from having to buy a whole nother weed eater. So I give it a 4 out of 5 because it did work. Had to do a little bit of other stuff, but it did work. So thanks for watching. If you want to see me do any more videos, subscribe. Make sure you like this video, and we'll see y'all next time. Thank you. Bye.